Alright, so like I said, these figures are pretty modular, especially Yukikaze, and that's because this whole thing on her upper body, on her front of the body, can get taken off and replaced. But what do I mean by that? Well, I'm going to show you right now. Alright, so you take this part off, and then you can swap it out for this plate, and this gives you the more exposed nipples and everything. It's very hard to see because of the camera. It will provide a better picture for anyone who wants to see them in the adults only part of the video. But yeah, they're pinkish, kind of like Sakura. And since, you know, she has like the school swimsuit like tan pattern, her upper body is mostly like not tanned. So you can actually see the pale skin leaking underneath. But that's not the only part of her that you can swap out. You can also swap this part out here. So you just kind of go like this. Alright, so take that off, comes off, and then of course you get the black baggie with you know what. And then you take these out. Alright, and then bam, there you go. You swap this plate out, and then you get the exposed vagina. And, you know, obviously it's a lot smaller compared to Asagi and Yukikaze. I mean, Asagi and Sakura. Yukikaze's is still around the same, just some detail there. It's more, has a bit more of like a beige-ish kind of tone instead of Sakura's more pinkish. And of course, the majority of it is covered, the majority of the skin is covered by this, but what if I told you that's not even the best part? What if I told you that I also have Yukikaze's option parts? Now let's look at the option parts real quick. Okay, so in Yukikaze's option parts you get the cute winking face, you get the exposed McDonald's belly, you get two additional pieces that you peg on to her sides, which help create a more seamless look, and an additional back piece that you peg on to obviously the back, but it prevents you from using the actual peg from the stand. So it comes with an additional part that you attach to the back of the stand, which is kind of like a claw, but it's not articulated. And then there's also the exposed chest, which fully shows Yukikaze's nipples. It has an additional abdomen area, and then a lower abdomen area. And then of course the ultimate no-no part, which is fully exposed, you know what. And that's pretty much it for accessories. And like I said, these things are very modular, and I like that they have a lot of swappable parts. So let's see how that all looks together. Alright, so to get the belly thing on, you have to take this part off, and then alright, but once you do, it looks kind of horrible. It'll snap on quite easily. At least it should. There you go. And now Yukikaze looked like she's had way too much to eat. And I guess she ate so much that her nips are out. It looks a bit weird compared to the way Asagi and Sakura's look, but I think it looks okay. Could look better though. And then you just easily take it off, and there you go. And then you look at that abomination. Alright, for the additional skin texture, you just kind of take this thing off. Yeah, you remove it from below, and then it just pops off. And then I'm gonna try and do all of these all at once. Yeah, take this one off too. Yeah, so you're stuck with this abomination at first, and then you just kind of, I recommend doing it in order, but I recommend you go like this first. So first thing you do is pop the rib, like the kind of rib part on. Then you put this on. And this, which actually goes above this part, kind of fades into it so it looks a bit more seamless. And then the last part obviously is the you know what. Alright then, and then by the time you're done, you get everything to look like this. So yeah, the weird floating piece kind of Makes it easy to misalign everything, but I think it gets the job done. And you get a fully exposed chest area of Yukikaze. And if you want, you can just take this part off and take this part off, and then leave it with the original, latex covering the skin, and then you can just act like nothing happened. So there you go. These are all the accessories that come with her. So overall, Yukikaze's, extra parts are pretty amazing. Being able to swap out the crotch piece into a completely exposed one, swapping out the stomach and abdomen area and the chest area to reveal her glorious pale skin with the suntan and everything. It perfectly suits the character. The swappable parts on the pregnant McDonald's ate too much belly. That's what I always call it. At first it was a little difficult because it was just you just put that thing on, and I'm like, wait, it doesn't look right from the side. And then I'm like, oh, you put these two little extra parts on it, and then there you go, and then it looks right. But it still looks a bit off because you have to put that back plate where the peg hole is for the stand, and then it comes with an additional thing to attach to the peg on the stand, which is basically like a claw thing that wraps around it, but it doesn't articulate, so it's just kind of there to keep her in place so that she can stand with the big belly. So it's not super fun to mess around with, but it does keep her in place so you can do some posing. And of course the extra face plate with the winking face. I love the winking face. But yep, I think overall Yukikaze probably has the best accessories just because it gives her fully exposed, almost like a entirely fully exposed upper body, fully exposed body. But yeah, you can still see the clothes on the sides, but she's almost completely naked from above the legs. But I don't know, is that better than Sakura having mega huge tits? Or in the nose harness thing? Because Asagi didn't come with much. It was just exposed tits and slightly exposed tits, and then the belly button thing, the big belly thing. But then Sakura came with the same set of tits, and then massive mega tits. And I'm gonna keep saying tits. I don't know. If you like flat-chested girls, petanco type of girls, then sure, I guess Yukikaze wins in this category. But if you like big mahonkers, then maybe Sakura wins. But I think we all win if we have these these extra parts. But they're expensive. They can get these figures can be a little expensive, and you have to make sure you get the extra parts, and you have to make sure they're not bootlegs. So hopefully they get re-released or something. But hey, I think they're all really awesome. I think all three figures are worth getting, but this isn't the end of the Taimanin figure series, because there's still one more we gotta cover, and then I'll give you an extra video on my overall thoughts. So we'll see how that is.